I'm Khadir Shuktai and today I'm going to explain the next portion of electrochemistry for O-level students. Today I'm going to explain electrolysis with the copper electrode. I mean the application of purification of copper with the help of electrolysis. Let's talk about the purification of copper first. Purification of copper is done with the help of electrolysis mechanism. And in this mechanism, we are going to use both copper rod into the solution, and solution is having copper 2 aqueous positive ion. In purification of copper, a container is filled with aqueous copper 2 ions. Copper sulfate, it may be a copper nitrate, it may be a copper chloride. Any aqueous soluble copper salt should be there. So electrolyte is having copper 2 positive ion in it. Copper 2 may be in form of copper sulfate, may be in form of copper nitrate, may be in form of copper chloride, any soluble salt. The next one is 2 rods are dipped into the solution. One is the pure rod, that is the pure copper rod, and other one rod is having also copper, but that is not the pure one. This rod is representation of impure copper rod. One is the pure copper rod, other one is the impure copper rod. This pure copper rod is made basically cathode after connection or connecting it with the negative terminal of the battery. And this impure copper rod is connecting to the positive terminal of the DC battery. Direct current is used, as you know, in the process of electrolysis. Impure copper rod, pure copper rod, both are immersed into the solution. One is made cathode, this one pure copper rod. Pure copper rod is made cathode. And this impure copper rod is basically made anode. This is impure copper rod. When current is switched on, electrons enter to the solution at cathode terminal. Electrons move from battery to the terminal, that is cathode. And here copper 2 positive ion, those are present in the reaction mixture in the electrolyte, can receive these electrons. This solution is having copper 2 positive ion. This electrolyte is having copper 2 positive ion. So as the electrons are going to be over here, these copper 2 positive ion will run towards the cathode and they will receive the electrons. At the same time, there is the dissolution of this anode. At the same time, the copper present in this impure rod will start to dissolve itself. It will jump into the electrolyte and it will make copper 2 positive ion. So in this way, there is the compensation of copper 2 positive ion that is being lost, that is going to the cathode, that is being deposited by this mechanism. Once again, copper 2 positive ion are migrated towards the cathode because copper 2 positive ion is having positive charge and they are going to move to gain the electrons. As a result of this reaction, there is the deposition of copper metal on the surface of this cathode. The mass of cathode is going to increase with the passage of time. And simultaneously at the same time, the copper that is present in this rod, in impure rod, will start to jump into the water, into the aqueous medium in form of copper 2 positive ion to compensate the concentration of copper ion that has been lost. Impurities, those are present in this impure copper rod, will be settled down under the anode surface, you can say. These are the impurities. These are not soluble in the water and they are not going to take part into the chemical reaction as well. So this is the total mechanism. Basically, you can say one copper ion is coming from the impure, and that copper ion is indirectly, you can say, is going to shift, going to deposit itself on the pure cathode. pure copper cathode. So this is the migration of copper from one terminal to the other terminal with the help of electrolysis. Now let's see what are happening on these different terminals. For example, on cathode, the copper 2 positive ion are going to gain the electrons and they are converting into the pure copper solid. And on the next terminal, the other one, that is the positive terminal, this is the negative terminal. And on the positive terminal, that is said to be anode, this anode is going to be dissolve itself. In this case, this anode is not acting as an inert electrode. If the metal of the electrodes, especially anode, and the metal of ion that is present in the solution are same, at that time, anode is not going to be an inert electrode. So this one is also going to dissolve into the water. The reaction that is happening at this terminal is history of this anode itself. Copper solid will change into copper 2 positive ion by losing or after losing 2 mole of electrons. So these electrons are lost here. Electrons are being lost. They are sending to the terminal, positive terminal of the battery. So anode is dissolving itself, sending the electron back to the battery, and battery is sending electron, giving electron to this cathode that is said to be the electron shop as well. In this way, this whole circuit, this whole mechanism is in operation. Once again, this reaction is happening at anode. This reaction is happening, this one that is occurring at cathode. These two reactions are exactly opposite reaction. In fact, indeed, if we are looking at the overall reaction, then there is no chemical change that is being happen, there is no chemical change happening in this mechanism overall. In fact, there is a migration of copper from one terminal to the other terminal. As you know, this anode is going to dissolve into the water to compensate the copper ions lost from the solution. So electrolyte remain unchanged. Electrolyte also remains unchanged. There is no change in the composition of the electrolyte. There is no change in the color of electrolyte and so on. In this way, we can migrate copper from one terminal to the other terminal. You have to remember these equations. You have to remember this arrangement, name of electrodes, terminal of the battery, composition of electrolyte, color of the electrolyte, and so on. Next one is graphical representation of the mass of cathode and anode. With respect to time, or with the passage of time, the mass of cathode will increase uniformly, and same and in opposite direction, the mass of anode will start to decrease simultaneously at the same time. So the mass increased on the cathode will be equal to the mass lost at anode. The mass of anode that is going to dissolve into the water will be equal to the mass that is going to be collected at the cathode. This line must be start from above from the zero, because already you are having any sort of cathode that is having some mass. And same is the case, you are not going to touch this line up to the absolute, it is not going to be the zero. That's all about the purification of the copper by electrolysis. Have a nice day.